first of all, disclaimer, this method works best in light wind, in shallow water where you have a lot of open space and zero obstacles. Do it only if you have to, at your own risk. Self-launching is generally considered dangerous and you should always try to find another kiter to help you.
So today we're going to be talking about how to launch your kite in a shallow water spot, ideally an offshore spot. And so
Self-launch.
Self-launch, yeah, which is kind of the safest way in my opinion. The conditions needed is the water has to be shallow and there can't be really obstacles. Also, plants in the water will not help, or sticks. So this is a perfect spot. Have a look in Taiba Lagoon here. Yeah, so you see the water's shallow and I have my 14. The wind's pretty strong. What I did here, I kind of ran the lines sideways to the shore. How you do it is you just run them. You can run them like this as well to just make sure they're not tangled. If the wind's offshore, you can just run them like basically along the shore, which is really nice. If your lines are not twisted, that's even better. So spend some time, make sure the lines are great. And we're now ready to launch, so I'm gonna go hook myself in and then I'm gonna put the lines in the water, let them kind of drift out, and then I'm just gonna put the kite and launch. Let's have a look. I'm gonna hook in the bar here. Obviously at this stage my kite needs to be secured, so put something on your kite to make sure it doesn't fly away, otherwise you're in danger. My bar is super sandy right now, so it'll be nice to wash it. Walking towards the water and I'm trying to not twist my bar at this stage and make sure the lines don't catch anything. And the important part is not to just walk across your lines. So you kind of walk around them. Like this, so there's downwind of you. And now, you can sort of just throw them in. If the wind is there, it will kind of help, kind of, you know, get them into that water. Lines are kind of in the water, but the main thing is the kite. So I'm trying to not go across my kite, and I'll do the thing normally. The bar here, bring the weight home. Kind of do the kite like I was gonna launch it. Kind of like this. Holding my bar and walking into the water. And I can kind of, you know, it's not offshore, but it's side shore. I can kind of slowly walk like this out there to be far from shore and launch like that too. It doesn't have to be offshore, but it's the safest offshore. Okay, so you see now I'm holding my kite, and I'm walking to the water, and my lines are all in the water right now. I can wait a little, let them kind of drift downwind. At this stage, you really don't want any plants here or sticks in the water, so you're gonna make sure there's none. So the lines were not crossed, the kite's kind of dangling like this. The lines are there, I can walk a little bit this way and I can flip the kite. Like that. Now, the most important thing is to make sure that the lines are under the kite, that the bridles didn't go on top. Because if they went on top, you're gonna get a tangle. Looks fine. So you see here, that's bad. You don't want that, that's a problem. Because that's gonna be a wingtip problem. So you gotta get that under the kite. See what I mean? Alright, now once all the lines are off the kite, you're gonna just kind of let the kite drift this way with the wind while being ready to brace for it and eject if something goes wrong, if the kite should start developing, but it will be fine. So watch me how I do this and how I push my kite slowly. And now here, I like to kind of grab that last line and kind of feed it out, instead of being more control. You don't have to do that, but it kind of orients the kite good to the wind. So, you know, depending on the wind strength, you might want to be careful with this and not get your fingers cut. And then, you know, once you feel like it's ending, just kind of sit down and brace for it and be ready to untwist your bar or eject. It's perfect, you see what I mean? If anything was wrong and the kite starts looping, you can always eject. But in this case, it's totally fine. You might need to untwist your bar, and then you're just launching like from the water. Wait for it, and you're good. So as you can see, it's really safe. As long as you're ready to eject and as long as your lines are not super tangled with the kite or with the sticks. So you can kind of practice it on a smaller kite a few times and make sure you have a nice spot like this where the water's flat. Let's say it's onshore. I can walk like 500 meters away with my lines and still launch like this. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope it's been helpful. When I was learning how to self-launch and how to like kite in many different spots, there was never a video like this, so I hope someone finds it useful. Alright, peace.